is the Pirate Bay. Yes, the lovely Pirate Bay. We've been dealing with this now for what? Over almost 2 months now? Almost, I think it is. I think it's almost 2 months that we've been talking about this sort of circus, this circus court case with these people at the Pirate Bay, and how they're very arrogant, aren't they? Well, the verdict came out this week, and actually it just came out just a couple of days ago, and they've been found guilty by a Swedish court. They said, look, what you're doing is illegal. We don't see it how they see it. Of course, how they seen it was, well, they're just simply a place that has these BitTorrent files, or not really has the files themselves, but only the links to them, so that, you know, they're not the ones actually hosting it. Well, in a roundabout way, they are correct. They're not the ones actually hosting the file, but they are leading people to that direction. So obviously the Swedish court didn't see it that way. They found them guilty. In fact, they're sentencing them to 1 year in jail. All four of them. There's four of them, and 1 year in jail, and I believe it's $3.6 million they have to pay. And basically, what they said to this was, we're not going to pay anything. We're not going to give you a dime. In fact, they're going to appeal the decision, and so we're going to be hearing a lot more of this. Now, the record industry is going, whoa, it's a victory. We won. We've won our big case against the Pirate Bay. What exactly has the RIAA or these organizations, what have they won? They used the Pirate Bay. And I'm sure everybody knows the Pirate Bay. The Pirate Bay is a place where you can go and you can get free music and free software, free games, all of these, everybody knows pretty much what the Pirate Bay is. And it is. What they are doing is illegal. I see it as illegal. I'm a musician. I believe we deserve to be paid for our work. Be it a musician, if you're a director, you're making films, software. It's, what they're doing is not right. So I do not condone it whatsoever. But what I'm trying to get at here is, how is particularly the record industry, how are they seeing it that this is a victory? If we remember about, what was it, about 10 years ago? It was about 10 years ago. You remember Napster, right? Napster was the big thing. The record company said, no, it's going to kill us. We got to get rid of it. Metallica was a big thing on there, wanting Napster to go. And so they basically killed it. We all remember that. Well, what happened after that? How many more popped up after Napster was dead in the water? I mean, you had SoulSeek, you had WinMix, you had LimeWire. By the way, those are all still around now. You can still find those now. And even more than that. That's just a very, very small list. And of course, the Pirate Bay it's the exact same example. It's, fine. People will go to other places now. There's Mininova. There's ISO Hunt. There's so many BitTorrent places out there. And we talk about this a lot on the show, and how I just feel that, piracy has always been there, particularly in the music industry. It's always been there. It is always going to be there. I don't think that they really started worrying about this maybe till the 80s, late 70s, 80s, when cassettes came out. Because the whole story was, well, cassettes are going to kill us. People are copying off, people are not going to buy anymore. And then that came to pass. Then it was going to be the CD. You remember that? Or mini discs, or these kind of things. DAT tapes. Well, that's going to kill us. And now it's the internet. The internet is going to kill us. I totally disagree. The internet is there to... It can be there for such a bigger, wider promotion. I think what it's coming down to, again, for these record companies, it has to do with greed. Because I've said a million times on this show, if the prices of downloaded music would come down, you will see the widespread piracy, I believe, drop as well. I shouldn't have to go into a store and buy an album for $14 and then buy the same album online without the CD, without the packaging, without anything for also $14. Ridiculous. It should be $5. Easily. They're not out that much cost. So, maybe I'm getting a little bit off track here. Maybe I'm having a little bone to pick with myself too, or with a bone to pick, should I say, with the RIAA myself. But the Pirate Bay was just a poster child for them, and they think they've won. And I'm sorry, RIAA and Sony Music, and what is it? The $3.6 million they're going to pay is to Sony Music Entertainment, Warner Brothers, EMI, Columbia Pictures, all of these places. I'm sorry, you guys didn't win anything. What you managed to do was probably piss off more people. Consumers are out there. Trust me, they are out there. They want to support artists. Just bring down the prices. Now, I really want to know how how the people feel about that. I really want to know. I want to know what you think. So, of course, we always have our Sonic Beyond Extra, since we're here on Ustream right now. We always have our Sonic Beyond Extra, so we're going to do the chat room and everything after the show. But we also want to hear your comments, your email, podcast@sonicbeyond.com. Email me, podcast@sonicbeyond.com. I promise we'll go through every single email that comes in and put everybody's opinion on this broadcast, because this is something that needs to be dealt with. This is something that's not going away like the record industry thinks it. Oh, they've won. I'm sorry. You guys didn't win any.